Welcome, everybody, to the BunghettiCast. This is the first episode of the brand new podcast, the spiritual successor of the weekly gig, except this one's going to be so much crazier, so much more epic. We're going to have nothing but good times, and I'm joined here with a special guest. I have a good friend of mine that I've met, and we'll get into that soon enough, but I would like to introduce to everybody Swandizzle.
What's up, guys? How's it going? This is a podcast. I guess you can't actually answer, but I hope that if you were listening to this in your car or at your computer that you said, I'm doing great. Or if you're not doing great, let us know too.
Or they're like, oh my God, it's Mr. Dizzle. Do you prefer Mr. Dizzle or?
You can call me most things. I'll accept that. I have
that is safe.
Swandizzle, Dizzle, the Rizzle Dizzle. Wazzy, our Spider-Man friend on TikTok, sometimes says the Dizzle Doozle. Any variation of Dizzle and or Dazzle or Doozle, I think would be more than appropriate.
And yet I call you Swan.
And that's perfect too.
Or we can call you by your full legal name, whatever you want to get out there.
Yeah, my SIN number, my date of birth, just all, yeah.
Yeah, so welcome everybody to the show. As I said, this is the spiritual successor to the weekly gig. I got tired of doing the weekly gig because it was too constricting having the three boys on all the time. So the point of this show is to have a rotating cast. So we'll probably have like normal guys that are on all the time, but the cast it's not hard stuck to any group of people. For example, today, Sam and Hunter both bailed. so we're here. So just the boys.
You're settling for the Dizzle today. So from what I gather, this sounds like to our lovely listeners here. If you enjoy the Super Mega Cast, the Mega 64 podcast, maybe even Trash Taste or something to that effect, this is going to be like 100 times better. So just prepare your body for that.
Yeah, those are some inspirations. Some more problematic than others. We won't get into it. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's not a big deal. Anyways, so real quick, before we get into the meat and potatoes, I would also like to thank our background artist. So we got this brand spanking new animated background. As you can see, it looks fucking amazing. And I just want to give a huge thanks to our artist Wishu. You can find them on Twitter or X or whatever, twitter.com/wishchu. That's WISHCHU. Check out their stuff. It's amazing, as you can see. I'm super happy with it. It's exactly what I wanted. And if you need any art, give them a look. I think they also just reopened their store. So if you just want to buy some stuff that they make, please support the artist. We love our artists. So, 5-minute long introduction over. Now we can just talk about cool stuff. Like how I didn't post on YouTube for a year.
It's been a year?
I mean, give or take. I did some shorts. I did a couple Let's Plays or some. I posted the streams.
Right. But it's been a year from like a proper YouTube video.
Yes.
And which remind us what was the last video?
So it was probably the Weekly Gig podcast, or it was Sam and I playing spooky games.
Spooky games
for last Halloween. But yeah, so when we last left off, I was at like So I have a lot more followers on TikTok now.
Yeah, that you do.
So I shifted my focus for a little bit, but as we all know, YouTube, I mean, it's where I want to be. So we've grown a lot on TikTok. On TikTok, we're up to 11,000 followers.
Oh my God!
Is amazing, but also not a lot at all, because TikTok followers, I love you guys, but sometimes most of the time they don't really follow through unless you're like big. But foot in the door, it's amazing.
Absolutely.
Swan and I met on TikTok a few months ago.
We did. Do you want to
beginning of the summer?
Do you want to lay down the story as to how that happened, or I'm happy to do so also?
Yeah. So I stole Swan's content. No, I'm just kidding.
Borrowed, only borrowed.
Appropriated
yes.
his content. I think it would be a lot funnier if we gave it from your point of view first.
Absolutely.
So explain what happened.
I would be happy to do so. So, just a little bit about me, I guess. So I'm a small creator as well. Started doing some YouTube, started doing some TikToks. And for a while, I kind of had like an identity crisis of what I wanted the channel to be. So there was a brief stint, maybe not so brief, where I was doing these tip videos. You know, I wanted to be really helpful, and, you know, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom had just come out, and I went, well, here, Zelda tip number 1. Did you know that you can do this? And Zelda tip number 2. Did you know you could do this? And I kind of spin them into be these like fun little stories, you know, within 60 seconds. You know, you could just obviously go, oh, this is how you do X, and then the video's done. But I wanted to make a little narrative out of it. Long story short, I'm making these Zelda tip videos, if you will. But I kept getting these recurrent comments in my TikTok comment section over and over again saying, "Oh man, I thought this was the other Zelda tips. Oh, but like I like this, but where's the other Zelda tips?" And
so the key word here is tips.
Tips. That's right. The other Zelda tips. And I was obviously just kind of confused. I know what's the words of a previous American president. You know, we do a little bit of trolling, and sometimes the comment section's like that. But I was just really confused. I went, what is the other Zelda tips? I don't understand. And
it's so funny, because every video he was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, and it's like the other thing too is like the emojis would really make it telling, right? Like it's not just where's the other Zelda tips, but it'd be like the blushing emoji or like the big eyes, you know, maybe some you know, just some provocative shit. Okay, and I was so confused, and then one day I'm flipping through, you know, your For You, your recommended, and we stumbled upon a fellow creator by the name of Eddie Bunghetti, who happened to make Zelda tip videos. And I'd like you to tell us a little bit more about your Zelda tips.
Okay, so I make videos about the color of people's penises.
He's not pulling any punches there.
So what had happened was I was scrolling on TikTok one day, and then I heard Zelda tip number 4, and then I was like, I've got an idea. so I appropriated the Zelda tips name, and funny enough, I mean, I think it was just a coincidence. I made Zelda tip I just said Zelda tips, and then I just showed a color code for the character that I was talking about with a big "if you know, you know," and let's just say people knew. people
most definitely
knew what I
knew.
was talking about. So my first one was Zelda tips number 5, Ganon, and it just shows the color. And everybody,
like a mauve-y, kind of a deep green, eh?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
100% accurate. All of my tips, by the way, are locally and ethically sourced. Although a true gentleman doesn't kiss and tell. Anyways, I started with number 5 because people like bigger numbers more.
What? I didn't know that. Bro.
So number 5 is actually the first one. And everybody was like, "Where's 1 through 4?" So yeah, pro tip on the internet: start with a higher number in like gold or platinum or something like that, and for some reason people just like it more.
Wow. And if you're gonna do like tips 1 through 4, like have those be the not so cool ones, save the good ones for like 5, 6, or 7, I guess.
Right, the inaugural tip might not do so well. Wow. Or it would.
You never know.
But that was the secret.
And I think there was a bit of controversy with some of those tips, if I do remember right. There was a certain bird character that really ruffled some feathers, if you will.
Yeah, for some reason people care a lot more about video game characters' penis colors than you would think. I was mistaken with the avian tip colors.
Was it Rivali or the other one?
It was Rivali. So I just went off of their feather color because everybody
ethically
else,
sourced tips, right?
Yes. Everybody else, they had skin, so like that's what I went off of. Well, for Rivali, I did the feathers, and people were very upset that I didn't accurately demonstrate their cloaca.
I'm just gonna say you made his tip blue.
I did. It was blue. It was cool. It was a good color.
It was a pretty color.
People didn't like it though. But I digress. That's not the important part. The important part is Swan's content came back up on my page, and I was like, "Oh, wait, it's that guy." And I looked at the comments, and somebody said, "I thought this was the other tips." And then I just commented, "Hey, that's me." And Swan was like, "What?
Not me."
And then a beautiful friendship was born.
It was love at first sight. I mean, yes, friendships. Yes.
Friendship.
Friendship
at first sight.
First
comment.
Sight.
So that's how it is. We're both hard stuck with the content we made right there.
Yeah, pretty much anything and everything you make from anything. One of the first comments that I see is, "When's the next tips video coming?"
Yeah, exactly. I got known as the other Zelda tips guy, and every time I made a video that didn't have to do with a character's penis, people were like, "Oh, where's X character's tip?" And I was like, "Bro, this is a video about Silent Hill being scary. That's not Pyramid Head's tip."
Hey, there's a market. If you build it, they will come.
There is. They will come. And the thing about TikTok that's infuriating is you hit one thing and you have to run it into the ground. If you don't do that, you're giving up your free promotion or whatever. It sucks. It's exhausting.
I agree. Like, even if I were to go live stream on TikTok, right now I'm playing a bunch of Zelda, and I will eventually transition to something else. But even just on a given day, if I try to play literally anything else, it's like, "Oh, no Zelda, huh? Oh, you're doing something different. Oh, okay."
Hard stuck Zelda.
I'm stuck in that zone. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of brute force tried to break out, and it seems like it's doing okay now.
I think so too. One of the things that everybody needs to know, if you're not super familiar with Mr. Bunghetti's content, is he's not only the Zelda tips guy. In fact, he's not even just the video game guy. He is the video game and anime guy. And might I say, some of your anime content, I think, has really been popping off, and that's super cool to see.
Yeah, there's some Jujutsu Kaisen spoilers, so don't go in there.
I've been showing it to all my friends. I love it. I first thing, like, again, I'm not going to spoil what happens in it. If you guys want to see his content, you log in there, you check it out for yourself at your own risk. But there's a certain Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 event that happens, and anytime I talk to my friends that watch anime, my first question is, have you watched Jujutsu Kaisen? And then my second question is, have you finished Season 2? And if they say yes, then I show them the video, and I go, what does this mean? Does this mean anything to you? Because I personally have not watched it. But I think he's pretty bang on.
Well, that's a little bit unlucky because that the one video that did really well with the figure actually refers to something that just happened in the manga.
Oh shit, it's not even season 2.
But that being said, the same character has something similar, or not similar, but does have something happen.
Somebody gets a little messed up, eh?
Yeah, so it can work either way. Also, season 2 is still going on. Oh, it's amazing.
Perfect. See, I'm living under an anime rock, so yeah.
The video game and anime boy. Maybe you can make some Zelda anime content and start branching out.
Absolutely. Or even, I'm trying to like branch off and do like Pokemon stuff as well. But I'm forgetting the fact that nobody liked Scarlet and Violet, apparently. So I'm thinking,
I didn't.
Yeah, I get it. Like whether it's like people complain about Dexit or the PS2 graphics, I think they're totally in their right to think that. But like if you like Pokemon in general, you're gonna like it. But anyway, I digress. So I make this Pokemon content, and it just falls flat because nobody's playing it, nobody's talking about it.
My problem with Scarlet and Violet is that it's boring. Okay, next topic. No, we can get into this real quick, but yeah, I mean maybe when the DLC actually drops, you can get something out of it, but
I don't know. I'm the kind of guy who like I'll be.
We'll see. You have to prey on people's nostalgia. Go back to like Black and White. People love Black and White.
Yeah,
I've never played it.
You never played that one? Actually, I think I beat it once and then never touched it ever again. I bought Black and White 2. No, I bought Black 2 just so that you could get like the launch day Genesect or something through downloadable whatever.
Oh.
And then my Wi-Fi didn't even work, so I never even got that. So I could probably sell it for a pretty penny. But anyway, what I was going to say, I completely agree with you on like playing with nostalgia, because it goes to show that I'm old now. If I make Zelda content about Ocarina of Time, like I get like a sniff, like one like or whatever, But if I make content about Wind Waker, everyone goes, "Oh my god, Wind Waker was so good!" Whoa. So that just shows,
it's crazy.
Yeah, what times we're living in, right? I'm just old balls.
Like, when Wind Waker came out, everybody hated it.
I know. They're like, "What's this cutesy bullshit? Oh, I hate the art style. It's so terrible."
We've all seen the Did You Know gaming. We know.
Did you know?
Did you know? Everybody hated Wind Waker because it wasn't gritty like the trailer that they showed of Link fighting Ganon.
Space World.
Yeah. But no. So my gripe with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is that I actually don't hate linear Pokemon games. I know.
Whoa,
I feel like people think they want a truly open world Pokemon game more than they actually do. Because that's not quite true, but they have to make something. It has to work better, right? Because what I did when I played Scarlet and Violet was avoid every encounter, fight a gym, avoid every encounter, fight the team whatever leader, avoid every encounter, fight the big Pokemon, and just like blast through the game without like actually playing it.
Yeah, I feel like at times there's like little incentive to play the game how it was intended to be played, if that makes sense.
Right. Well, it's just so easy to just go to the beats, the main story beats, and then kind of not do anything else. And then the post game is just do that again.
Yeah, do that again and get the robot Delibird.
Yeah, I actually don't mind the random encounters because I find myself just avoiding every encounter when I can see the Pokemon.
Yeah, you're just like, already caught you, good, done, don't care, bye.
Like, I'll pass.
Yeah, there is.
Plus, you get these vehicles right at the beginning, and you just blast through everything.
Yeah, you know what? Just a side note: if Tears of the Kingdom can take a page from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, hot take, you travel that overworld very fast. It is super fun. I don't care what like creations you make with Ultra Hand or whatever. That robot freaking motorcycle lizard thing, he's pretty quick.
Yeah, shit breaks in Tears of the Kingdom in like 3 seconds too.
Yeah, Miraidon built like, I don't know, built like something that doesn't break.
That is true. I have heard about that. But yeah, the DLC does not excite me. I will not be purchasing it.
And here I already bought it. Have not touched it yet.
Oh, it's out?
Yeah, it came, first part came out in September 13th, and then I think the second part comes out in November.
Oh.
They're trying to get like a bundle, so then when like Christmas time comes around, it's like, buy the game with the DLC. Yeah, give us your money.
Oh yeah,
we're Nintendo.
I'm sure. Yeah. I don't even mind the graphics because honestly, I mean, sure, the transition between a handheld game to another one, you can speculate all you want, but like, I don't really mind the graphics. It's just that it's so barren.
Yeah, open worlds are hard to like do correctly or to make it feel like it's a lively world, right?
I don't know if this podcast came out or not, but I still have 2 in the vault that I just never released.
Attaboy, nice.
Maybe I'll put them out as the weekly gig after dark or some shit. I don't know. But we had this big debate about open world games. They're not for me. So maybe that's another reason why I didn't like Scarlet and Violet. Never finished Breath of the Wild. Probably won't finish Tears of the Kingdom.
Bruh.
Open world games just lose me. I don't know. There's just so many things to do, and then I get overwhelmed, and then I don't play, and then I never go back. Because where was I? What was I doing?
I think that's definitely valid. There's a few games that have got me like that too. Like, God forbid any Assassin's Creed game, like ever.
I hate Skyrim. I can't stand it.
What? You don't like Skyrim?
And it's not just the open world. The combat feels a little slippy, but
sounds like somebody ate your sweet roll.
I'm a little Dark Souls baby, if you can't tell.
Have you ever beaten one?
Dark Souls?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've beaten them all.
Oh, God. That's what keeps me away. I get stuck at, like, the first boss, and I go, why did I pay, like, $70 for this?
Dark Souls 1 is tough to get into on your own. It definitely helps having somebody to play with your first time.
Oh, like, you mean, like, the buddy system when you do the boss fights, or just, like, somebody to show you what to do?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
But yeah, you can play most of Dark Souls 1 with somebody. It's just a little annoying. But you can play through it.
Gotcha.
And funny enough, Dark Souls 1 and Skyrim came out the same year, but Skyrim was just so much bigger that nobody heard about Dark Souls until the second and third game came out.
Wow. Well, and also, when you mean that, do you mean Demon Souls or like Dark Souls? Dark Souls.
Oh, Demon Souls was even more of a hidden gem.
Right, because if I remember correctly, Demon Souls was like a PS3 exclusive.
It was
Dark Souls as well, or was that on Xbox too?
It was on Xbox as well. I don't know if it launched like separate dates, I would imagine it was the same time.
For sure. I was just gonna say, it would make sense to me if one was like an exclusive versus one was on everything. That would blow up. But no excuses for Dark Souls 1 then.
I guess it's because Skyrim had Oblivion to fall back on.
Yep. Oblivion is classic. Halt! You violated the law.
Yeah, that guy killed his girlfriend.
No!
I think. Sorry to...
The voice actor?
No. The guy that made all the Oblivion memes.
Oh, no.
Like the NPC meme.
Gotta ruin it for everybody, hey?
I think he killed...
That's why we can't have nice things.
I'm sorry to just have the hard cuts out of nowhere.
Hot
with
take.
the random information about that stuff. But yeah, oops.
Whoops, there it is.
Anyways, I love Dark Souls. Lies of P came out. It plays a lot more like Sekiro and Bloodborne combined. It's pretty good. It's really tough. All of the bosses regain health constantly, and it's really freaking annoying.
So is that like a sequel to The Life of Pi, or
no? You play as Pinocchio.
I'm a real boy.
And you wish upon a star.
Uh-huh.
It's lame. Okay, maybe this is why I also can't get into open world games, but just like lore in video games, sometimes I don't care. I don't care. You can have your like little hidden like reading excerpts and stuff, but I will not read those.
I can get behind that. I feel like any lore that like entered my brain at like anywhere from ages like 4 to like 16, that has room, in my cortex forever, and anything else just I can't do.
It's locked in.
Like so
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
I could not care less. Let me jump off of this island, bro.
Oh no.
Let me explore. I don't need a tutorial for 3 hours.
Okay, so I'm just Googling this Lies of P because this is news to me. Again, I live under a rock. Who is
out.
P and what's
Pinocchio?
It is Pinocchio? Confirmed. Oh, good.
Yes.
And who? So
that little guy.
Did he lie then? Is that why his? It's
so
the
there's
Lies
a
of P?
mechanic. There's a mechanic in the game that, as far as I know, makes no difference. Where you have like a dialogue option when you talk to people, and you can lie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's either like lie or tell the truth. But as far as I know, it does nothing. If you lie, it does nothing.
Oh, okay.
If you tell the truth, you don't get what you want.
So it's like they took they took L.A. Noire and they just added some Souls-like or something. Press
you
X
could say
to
that.
doubt.
There's like a cat that likes you more if you lie, apparently. I'm not super far into it, but there's a little kitty cat in the hotel that's like your hub world. Also, quick rant. I thought we were over having to warp to the hub world just to level up. It's annoying. I got enough stuff to level up one time, and I have to go through 2 loading screens just to make one number go up, and then I have to go back. Elden Ring fixed it.
Elden Ring fixed it?
Now we're right back where we were. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Also, you didn't have to put a poison swamp in the game.
Oh, right.
Everybody hates the poison swamps in Souls games. You had a chance to fix that, and you didn't. You put one in.
I bet you they like started development for Lies of P before Elden Ring was finished or something. And then they were just like, well, it's already in there. Uh-oh.
That's a good point. There's a good chance of that.
Still sounds brutal.
Yeah. They started after Sekiro came out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's a fun game.
Hell
it's
yeah.
fun. It's just really hard.
Did you ever play oh shit, it actually is Pinocchio. You're not trolling me.
It is. That's what I'm saying.
I thought you were trolling. What?
Every time it's loading, it says now lying, and the loading screen is his nose getting bigger. I haven't seen his nose get bigger in the game, though. Yeah, Geppetto's there. Jiminy is like an AI puppet robot guy that hangs out with you.
Okay, I gotta read this for the viewers here. This is the Steam description. Lies of P is a thrilling Souls-like that takes the story of Pinocchio, turns it on its head, and sets it against the darkly elegant backdrop of the Belle Epoque era. Wow, okay. Damn.
It is true.
It do be true. He do be Pinocchio. I'm a real boy.
The setting is pretty cool. It's kind of like if BioShock Infinite was dark and everybody was dead. That's the same kind of setting.
Looking at like the fashion of the day, I think that checks out. That makes sense. And I didn't even play
Me neither.
Infinite, but I get it, yeah.
Me neither. So when are we gonna cover the Poke Rap?
When are we gonna cover the? Yeah, and are we doing like just the OG one? Are we gonna make our own? Like, what are your thoughts and feelings here?
I think we should just start with the OG, just covering the OG. I have it on my Spotify playlist, and it came up the other day, and that's why I messaged you.
Oh, sick!
Because I was like, that would be fun. Okay,
I like it, and now. If I remember correctly, there was like the guy who would do like the singing, and then the guy who would just list all the Pokemon. So I think we got to figure out who's doing what. I don't give a shit either way. I'm happy to be a part of this.
The singing and then the rapping.
So there's the guy that's like the best that ever was.
There's the guy that's like, catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Pokemon!
Yeah, and then there's the other guy that goes,
Wartortle.
Mewtwo, Tentacruel, Aerodactyl.
I'm a night Slowpoke.
Pidgeot, Arbok. That's all, folks.
Hell yeah, brother. You know what's up. Guy, we're ready to crush this.
All right, so expect that in one day. No.
Expect it in 2 years. Hey, I'm just going to use this as a shameless plug. I worked my ass off singing a cover of What Kind of Pokemon Are You? How do you do the things you do? Share with me your secrets deep inside. And I feel like that video doesn't get enough love on YouTube. So if you're bored and you've listened this far into the podcast, keep listening. But, perhaps open up a second tab. Type in Swandizzle Pokemon. You'll find it.
Yes, it's not on your regular main channel, right? Or is it?
It is. It's on there.
Okay.
And I think I had a short of it both on YouTube and on TikTok, but that was before we blew up with the.
Let me tell you,
with the Zelda tips. Maybe I just got to repost.
This guy's got some pipes.
Pipe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Honestly, sometimes I've noticed if you just post the same video again, it does better the second time.
The algorithm's weird that way.
Silly. It's silly.
It's quite goofy. Gosh.
Sorry for all the industry talk, everybody. So I've been on, we talked about Jujutsu Kaisen earlier. I've been on such a JJK kick. It's so good. So good. I was reading it, and I wanted to buy all of the physical manga so I could read it physically.
Yeah. Read it physically, like physical, with your physical eyeballs on the physical page.
Exactly.
You can feel.
Put on some music on the TV.
Oh, buddy.
JJK OST. Exactly. Kaikai Kitan is a bop. Honestly, the first opening and ending are like some of the best of anime. I'm not gonna lie.
I have a quick question on that. Who's the bear?
Panda?
I guess. Is that their name?
Yes.
You can tell how far I got into it. I think I watched maybe three or four episodes, and I just haven't picked it up since. But I vividly remember there being a bear running on like the rooftops of the city in the opening.
Yes.
So that's why I wondered who the hell is the bear.
That is a panda named Panda.
I like it. Respect.
Yeah, he's doing parkour in the opening.
Yeah.
I love it. Goofy guy. But anyways, I started reading it online on the Shonen Plus app because I can't afford to buy all the books, and I need to know what happens now.
Right now.
I've gotten it spoiled. I need to be caught up. So I've gone against my prior self.
Can I ask about like season 1 spoilers? Is it too soon for that? Is that okay?
I think that it is okay, especially with this disclaimer right here.
You've been warned.
Everybody listening, there may or may not be spoilers for season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Please skip to 37 minutes and 49 seconds, and it'll be over. Okay.
Okay, so how does he eat all the fingers? How many fingers does he eat? Or is it just one finger?
In season 1, so the point is for him to eat all 20.
There's 20 fingers? Is it all from one guy?
Yes. He doesn't eat all 20 in season 1.
Oh. Okay.
But yes, it's from a guy with 4 arms.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, toes? Head and shoulders, knees and toes? Okay.
Nah, he's got 4 arms. He turned into a cursed spirit.
Hey, does that guy... Yeah, go ahead.
He's the strongest sorcerer in history.
Is that the guy who like kicks his ass like 3 episodes in? Who is he? He looked really freaky, like he was gonna murder him.
No,
I gotta.
I don't think.
Bosses.
I don't think so.
Jujutsu Kaisen bosses. Every main villain ranked by power. Okay, just hear me out.
Scroll pretty far down. If it's 3 episodes in,
yeah.
It's not Sukuna.
This is I'm thinking of the special grade finger bearer. The first special grade curse Yuji faces after his encounter with Sukuna is powered by one of Sukuna's fingers. Even though the curse is only in possession. Yeah, I don't know. That guy looked freaky.
I want to say he's the cursed womb, but that's not. I don't think that's true. But it looks like a fetus in the sky at first.
Whoa, my God.
They're like they go to like a jail or something.
That's sketchy.
And he puts up a simple domain. But yes, you, Mr. Swan.
Yes.
If you are looking into getting back into anime, you have to keep watching Jujutsu Kaisen.
Gotta keep watching.
You have to.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. Jujutsu Kaisen made such an impression on me that whenever I recommend like a classic shonen action anime, it's Jujutsu Kaisen, which is a blessing and a curse because it really is like it hits all of those like main like basic story beats, but it just does them so much better than anything else. Like I can't recommend One Piece because it's 1,000 episodes, so
it's not for everybody, that's for sure.
Go watch Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's something that's easier to commit to.
Yeah, and it's more of a seinen, so there's a little bit more tragedy in it than your typical Saturday morning cartoon.
Is that an anime term that I'm not familiar? I know a shonen and a shoujo.
It is.
What's a seinen?
It is. That is it's pretty much teen shonen. Pretty much. It has heavier themes. And a little bit more like gore and violence.
Well, if my Japanese is anything, I would say, so desine. Naruhodo.
I believe that is true. Yeah, like Berserk, I think is considered a seinen. If you know what Berserk is,
I know what it is, and I got the gist of it. Have not watched it, but it looks cool.
It's legendary. If you do watch it, watch the '90s one. Don't watch the new one.
Okay. Didn't the
I would
creator
recommend
has
reading
passed?
it.
Is that right?
Yes.
So it will never be finished.
Yeah.
Shucks.
Actually, I think his editor or somebody is still doing chapters.
Oh, so damn. All right then.
It will continue on. it's just, I mean, it's always been slow to come out, but
Gotcha. Well,
the art is so insane.
Yeah. So it sounds like Eddie's got a pretty good testimonial that I should go watch Jujutsu Kaisen. But to all you lovely viewers, if you're listening and you agree, you say Ethan, aka Swandizzle, aka Ethan, aka
please
Dizzle,
comment.
aka Doozle. Yeah, please comment for engagement and say, Ethan, what the hell are you doing? Please watch the show. What is wrong with you? I can't believe you didn't get past the part where he swallowed the finger. Don't stop.
And went, ew, yucky.
Yeah, yucca pucka. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like all of the female characters in Jujutsu Kaisen really have like outstanding roles, and you don't see that a lot in like typical shonen anime, like Naruto. They have their moments, but like it's about the boys. Let's be honest.
Right, versus like
it's about the boys.
Like the damsel in distress, like a Sakura.
There are no damsels.
Help me. But no, it sounds like in Jujutsu Kaisen they're kicking ass and taking names.
The women kick ass.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it totally has like the same structure as Naruto. Like it has the sensei with spiky fucking white hair that covers their face. It has the main character that has a monster inside of him.
Yeah.
It has the broody side character, second character guy, and then it has the girl.
It's got the squad.
Except Nobara is way cooler and way more interesting of a character than anybody in Naruto. And I love Naruto. Don't get me wrong. But JJK does it so much better, that's why I said it's a blessing and a curse, because I feel like it'll be hard for people to watch other ones after JJK. They'll be like, I mean, yeah, this one was good, but
it wasn't
no Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah. Other examples of seinen, like Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah.
That would be considered.
When's part 4.59 the
Redux.
Squeakquel Redux,
Super Turbo Edition.
Cut. Yeah, when's that coming?
Soon?
Sweet.
I don't know. One bad thing, I guess, is that MAPPA's animators are treated so poorly. Not to bring it down, because JJK and the new Attack on Titan are both animated by Studio MAPPA.
Same studio? Oh, yeah.
And they do amazing work. Please give your workers a break.
Please.
I can wait a little bit longer for certain shows. I get it. They need their time. They need sleep.
Yeah, I heard if you wanted to be like an animator, Japan is a tough gig.
It is tough. I mean, a lot of stuff's tough over there, but animation is one of the least rewarding jobs, I think.
And is that why like a lot of studios have all transitioned to like 3D? Like is that the true reason? Because it's like easier to do it, do you think? Or is there another reason why?
No, it helps. I mean, a lot of companies even still do use 3D and then just trace over it.
Oh.
Yeah, the CG for more complicated shots, yeah, it could be to cut costs, but it also just helps. Because animating certain things might be difficult. I don't know. It could be for time constraints, money. Who knows?
Is which one am I trying to think? There's one where, oh yeah, sometimes they're hit or miss. Like, Dragon Ball Superhero. Dragon Ball Superhero.
Oh,
that one was okay,
yes.
And that was like 100% in 3D if I remember correctly.
Yes, I think in most cases fully CGI, as long as they don't have like a weird animation thing, that's too noticeable. Fully CGI, especially movies, they do pretty well.
Yes, yeah, like Evangelion, and then like when the robots are in like 3D, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, like that's fine. But even I remember like Attack on Titan being kind of jarring too. I'm not going to spoil who's who or what the hell, but there's a certain part near the end of the most recent stuff where everything is like drawn, and then the person,
it's very noticeable.
It's very 3D, just popping out there.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough, especially when they try to mix it. Especially now that like I've been watching stuff and like, I mean, I grew up with like animators like the Newgrounds era and all that stuff, and hearing people talk about animation and like actually paying attention, that it's rare now that stuff that's 3D gets past my eye. And sometimes it does break my immersion. Other times I go, oh, that's 3D, but they made it look pretty good. And then I'm back in.
Yeah, that's the big thing. If it breaks the immersion, you're like, wait a minute. What the hell?
Yeah, it's crazy because like early Pokemon movies I was watching back, and I never realized how much CGI they used in those.
Yeah, like isn't like all the unknown? Aren't they like 3D or something when they're spinning around in the third one?
Yeah, and the like floating castle thingy in one of the movies, that's all 3D.
Oh, I didn't even realize. No kidding.
It's crazy. Like, I mean, it could just come with being older too.
Yeah.
And more familiar with the fact that things are created by people. But
the magic of Nintendo. Wow.
Thanks, Nintendo. Oh, the expansion pack's $50.
Okay. Mom, can I have the credit card?
Can we get better online servers? No.
Are you gonna put? Okay, fine. Are you gonna put GameCube games on the Virtual Console? Oh no, you're gonna sell them for full price as individual game. Oh, okay.
Oh, the whole Wii U library coming out for more money than they did for the Wii U. Oh, okay.
And
Wii U games for $50.
Yeah.
US.
Right. You actually.
By the way, Swan's from Canada.
Yeah. By the way, I'm from Canada, Western Canada. Game prices are absurd. And not, like, I know blah 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 inflation blah blah blah, but yeah, there was a time where your Wii game or whatever was like $60, and then
3DS games were always 40.
Yes, right. And then I remember all of a sudden, I think I was buying, it was like Fallout 4 or something, and I was like $70. What the hell?
Ooh,
and
the
now,
PS5 definitely helped start that over here.
Yeah. And over here too, like even Tears of the Kingdom was $80.
Oh,
I know, it hurts the old wallet. You know, you used to be able to get, I don't know, like one game a month or every couple of months. I don't know, but for a lot of people out there, like, you might get your one game for the year, and you just gotta like hope it's good.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really buy games that much. I have Lies of P on Game Pass on my PC.
Smart man.
Otherwise, I would not have played it because I am broke.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because games were $60 for like all I could remember. So, yeah, I mean, you can't be too surprised, but also the wage gap, it hasn't been higher in history, except for right now.
#politics. Yeah, no, seriously.
I mean, the reason is neither here nor there, but I've been having a lot of fun over on TikTok. Bring it back to that.
Hell yeah.
But it's just not where I want to be, Most of the TikTok content I make is like, I don't want to say throwaway content, but it's kind of throwaway content. I want to be on bigger and better projects. The sad fact is that I need an audience.
Sounds like our boy needs some evergreen content that cannot be done on a 3-minute video on TikTok.
That is true, yes. And, this podcast, hopefully it ties me down to start posting more on YouTube again. I want to keep this weekly if I can. I'll do my best. I'll try to post some other stuff. I've been playing a lot of Haunting Ground. It's an old spooky PS2 game. I think you stopped in once when I played it for like a minute.
It seems kind of spooky. That's all I know.
You play as this little girl named Fiona and her dog Huey, and everybody's trying to defile you in one way or another.
Oh,
because of circumstances that happened with your family. It's very messed up. It's very messed up. We can talk about it more in detail later, or I'll just make the video. But yeah, I wanted to make a video about the game because I think it's really interesting. It's kind of a hidden gem of the PS2. It's like one of the rarest PS2 horror games. I think it's like top 10 rarest PS2 games, period.
Do you have a physical copy of it?
We do. I don't. I mean, I do, but
I see.
We as a couple do.
Understood. So yes. Like what's his name? JonTron has Dino Crisis, and you have, what was this called again?
Oh, Haunting Ground.
This is gonna be your blow up vid. You're gonna talk about some obscure spooky game, and it's just gonna blow up from there.
The really hot take spooky PS2 game is a game called Rule of Rose. That's like the rarest horror PS2 game, but that one's a little bit more well known because it is the rarest. So maybe Haunting Ground will have a random niche that people just don't know about because it's not the most rare, but it's not common enough for people to know.
I didn't know, so but also I live under a rock, so
so maybe nobody's talking about it. But it's a fun game for the most part. I have some issues with it. If I make the video, you'll have to watch that to see what I think.
And when, just to all the viewers out there, when you watch that video, if you like what you see, consider, what's the word? Smashing that like button. And perhaps subscribing.
Ring the bell.
Yeah, ring the notification bell, please. Pretty please. And an aside, did I hear right, Eddie? You have a Patreon? Is that right?
Yes, I do. Oh, wow. All of everybody that supports my Patreon. That's a good point. I should have talked about this earlier.
Well, now we're invested. If we stuck around an hour, I think we're down to clown, dude.
I need everybody's help to help me quit my job because working a full-time job makes it very hard, and it's so frustrating not being able to put the time into making the content that I want to do. So I do have a Patreon. If you would consider supporting me over there, I would be forever in your grace. Patreons or patrons or whatever. It's, first of all, it's $5 a month, $5 US a month. There's only one tier.
$5
That's exactly it. There's only one tier because I don't want to get too much into, if you give me $30 a month, your name is in gold at the end instead of white. Like, I'm not here to steal everybody's money for that. I just want to quit my job. So, some perks real quick for the Patreon. You do get your name written at the end of videos if you would like that. There will be names at the end of this one, and by there will be names, I mean there will be no names because I don't have any supporters yet. So, first 10 supporters, I will verbally say your name at the beginning of podcasts until we pass 10. So,
just think,
why not?
You
right?
could be a trendsetter. You could be a Bunghetti hipster and like Bunghetti before he blows up. Just think about
the Bungites.
The Bungites, if you will.
We'll come up with a name for the fans, but
I still can't figure out one for mine either. Somebody in my stream the other day said the Little Dizzles, and
the Little Dizzles.
That's growing on me.
It's kind of fun. But anyways, aside from having your name written at the end of videos, you'll get content early. You'll get main YouTube content. I believe it was 2 days early.
Oh baby.
as well as the shout outs, monthly Q&A. I'll do an informal Q&A video and answer any questions that anybody might have. I might post like some behind the scenes or like outtakes or alternate scenes, I guess, that I don't think should make the cut of my main videos. But let me be clear in saying you do not have to follow the Patreon in order to get all of the content. The Patreon is just extra stuff. Everybody's getting all of the content. Nothing's going to be behind a paywall. It's just you get your name in a video, or you get stuff early, or you get some extra goofy stuff that I wasn't gonna post. So nothing too breaking, I guess.
So what you're telling me is there's Bunghetti, and then there's Bunghetti Plus.
Yes. So if you aren't in a position to support me, don't feel bad. I'll be okay. You get the same amount of content. Thank you for helping me plug my Patreon.
Shameless plug. I'm here for it. But no, seriously though, even just, to everybody listening, to everybody watching, like just your support in just watching the videos, engaging, commenting, sharing how you feel about it.
That's the best thing you can do.
Absolutely. When I live stream sometimes, I also have a subscription service on TikTok. So if you subscribe, you have like custom emotes you can use during the chat. And then I get some people being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I can't subscribe." Do not be sorry, my friends.
You being there,
you just
is
showing
more
up.
than enough.
Absolutely.
It means the lot that you guys are. It means the most that you guys are even here. If you're hearing this, we fucking love you.
You're a real G.
I guess, what's the right word? Platonically?
That's the word.
We're not friends, but thank you for
maybe.
We really appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely.
I hear that Swan over here though also has like a Fiverr or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
we're just stroking each other's egos.
Yeah, I will actually say with Fiverr, if you don't get any sales in a while, they just take it off. They just
so
straight
Swan
up just
doesn't
like
have a
remove
Fiverr.
it. I did. I could restart it. If anyone on planet Earth here who's listening to this is even somewhat, it has an inkling that they're looking for a voiceover artist. You want me to voice your commercial, your radio, whatever, your grandparents' funeral, like a birthday party. Give me a script. I'll give you words out of my mouth.
And he'll deliver those words in the most buttery fashion ever.
Just call me not Markiplier. Parentheses, not Markiplier.
Swan, not Markiplier Dizzle.
Yeah. I better.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So yeah, I'm glad to be back recording this stuff. This was definitely a more like casual podcast session,
sure.
Which is fine. I think it's good for it's nice for the new setting. The background's pretty casual. We're getting back in. We're working back in. The next episode will be crazy with fucking 18 people all talking over each other at the same time.
Your friends definitely have some crazy stories, and I'm here for it. I want to listen.
Yeah, our collab live stream after the live stream was over, we just talked for like an hour more, and Swan was like, "Who are these?
What
people?
Is going on? Welcome to your friends. I have to.
We got real personal. We'll say that with deep. Some stuff.
Big deep.
But yeah, Swan, do you have any last remarks or any quick topics that you want to talk about, or you want to save it for the next one that we have you on?
Well, I just want to say big thanks to everybody who's tuning into the podcast today. Really, doesn't just mean a lot to Mr. Bunghetti over here. It means a lot to me too. It's super awesome that you guys are here to support us and
thank you.
Hang out and all that fun stuff. I guess just a small little plug on me. I have TikTok, I have Instagram, and I have YouTube. If you type in Swandizzle, you'll find me eventually. If it's Swandizzle Zelda, Swandizzle Pokemon, Swandizzle Faux Rizzle, you'll find something there. I primarily, I have an identity crisis every couple of months as to what I want to do. So you might see some tips on there. You might see some memes. I do a lot of live streams. I have a weekly scheduled stream every Wednesday evening where right now we're playing some Zelda, but once that's wrapped up, who knows what's going to pop up. So if that's your cup of tea, consider giving Swandizzle a little look-see, and if you follow along, there's lots more fun stuff on the way.
I'm looking forward to what Swan cooks up after Zelda.
Oh,
that's for sure.
I don't want to spoil very much, but all I'm gonna say is let's go.
Oh no! Yeah, all of Swan's links will be in the description too. Of course, if you don't feel like looking it up, if you're on like your phone or your computer, if you're on the TV, you're out of luck. Just
SOL, dude. Yep.
Just look him up. But I greatly appreciate him being here. I greatly appreciate all of you out there listening if you made it this far. Again, big shout out to Wishu, the background artist. I must say channel artist, but they are not exclusive to us. But check out everybody, check out Swan, check out Wishu. And I guess we'll see you in the next one. I think I have another guest lined up. Some of you might know him. His name is Anthony.
Padilla?
I don't know. Yes, actually, exactly. Smosh is back, and they invited me on. But I believe his username is Sexy Studios. Oh, like Sexy Studios, but it's spelled SECH. I believe I am scheduling a recording with him soon as well. So, lots of guests, lots of fun, and of course, like, subscribe, go check out Swan. Couple of good guys. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you all for watching. And I guess that's a wrap.